Hey, what's up, YouTube?
Hello, YouTube.
Baseball Card Junkies TV back at you with another video. And this is Tops 85 401.
Titanic Taters.
And so we're going to show you our late night pickup. So the LCS was open late, and so we had a little late night bender. And we kind of had a little theme going. When we went to the card shop, we had absolutely no idea what we were going to pick up. And it's always best.
If anything.
Yeah, if anything. But we went on a late night bender, and what we ended up buying, and we'll show you guys the cards, are a couple of really, really, really nice, eye-appealing looking cards that aren't in the greatest condition. These are vintage cards that we picked up. And then we'll talk about our thoughts on what we call eye appeal vintage versus high grade vintage, and the value that you can get and what kind of collector you might be when it comes to vintage. So here we go. I guess I'll start with mine.
Sure.
So I got this gem. I know all of you know what this card is right here. And so I've always wanted to have this card, but you know, I'm not like looking to spend $500 or $1,000 on it. And this has been sitting in the showcase at the LCS for a while. And you know, I looked it over really, really, really closely, and if I were to send it in for grading, it would get between a 2, maybe a 2.5, a 3 at best. The card has no creases, however, it does have rounded corners, and the edges have quite a bit of wear. The images, crisp, clear images on Nolan Ryan and Jerry Kuzman, which is nice. The back, definitely off-centered, but you know, I mean, who's going to be looking at the back of the card? But yeah, definitely a 2, between a 2 and a 3 is what it would grade based on other examples that we looked at on eBay. And I was able to pick this card up for $80 at the LCS. So they had it in the showcase at $175, but being that I'm a regular customer and these guys know what a fair offer, you know, I'm a knowledgeable collector, and I threw an offer of $80 and they took it, so I was glad to pick that up. Really nice card. I'm excited to have it. I'm probably going to sleep with this thing tonight.
Don't ask him where, but he's going to sleep with it. So I probably would have bought it had I had $80 to spend. As it was, I was going in. I made a trade for most of mine. I ended up paying a total of $16, which was $5 for the card and then $10 in magnetics plus tax. But I picked up the 1971 Topps Nolan Ryan.
That's just a beautiful card, man. What a classic. I love it.
And I kind of looked it over for a little bit, much like Nate did with his card. But what I really liked about this card was the centering is just awesome, both on the front and on the back.
And Eric's more of a stickler for centering.
And I'm definitely more of a stickler for centering. You know, if you guys can see it, the corners are fuzzy. And just like a lot of 1971 Topps, because of that black border, the edges are kind of chipped a little bit. But still another card, I think, that had great eye appeal to it. The images are nice and crisp. The color's still good in it. Anyway.
Yeah. And what I like about Eric's trade is Eric traded like about 20 or 30 just like $2 or $3 cards,
somewhere in that range,
for this card. So I like that trade. I like that trade a lot. I anytime I can trade a bunch of low value cards for a decent value card, I'm gonna make that trade. So good trade, Eric.
Yeah. I didn't even look at them at low value. I just looked at them as cards that I didn't want in my collection. I didn't need them.
Yeah, that's a great card.
They weren't PC cards, so here you go, card shop.
So yeah, so I guess comment down below, guys. Let us know what you think on eye appeal value versus like investment grade type cards. For me, I am more of I'm a junkie. I got way too much stuff to collect where there is no way I can collect high grade examples of key vintage cards such as this beauty right here.
Or that beauty right there.
So when I'm buying a card like this, I like to buy the card, not the grade. And what I mean by the card is I just look for something with eye appeal that that seems like a good value for the condition of the card.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just a perfect example. A nice Nolan Ryan rookie. No creasing, and just a good crisp image. Maybe not the best centering, maybe not the best corners, edges, but other than that, I mean, just nice looking card. Definitely a nice looking card. And so yeah, just comment down below. Let us know what you think, and also if you want to comment on your thoughts on, making trades, maybe getting rid of a bunch of lots of cards for one good card. I like making trades like that myself. So
yeah, maybe share some of your what you would consider were your best trades, where you got rid of stuff that was not PC or PC exhaust that you weren't collecting, but you got a really nice card or two or three for your trade as well.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna show them off one more time. Eric and I, we collect a lot of the same stuff. Who knew we were going to walk out with a couple of vintage Nolan Ryans when we walked in the shop tonight? But that's what's so great about having an LCS and what's so great about this hobby. So there we go. And Eric, what were we talking about earlier? How the heck do you end a video? What kind of outro are you supposed to have?